Luxury NYC apartment versus spacious Texas home. Two software engineers, same company, same role. One earns $100,000 in New York City. The other earns $50,000 in Texas. And here's what breaks people's brains. The lower paid engineer ends every month with more money, more time, and more options. This isn't a trick. It's what happens when salary numbers collide with real-life costs. And by the end of this video, you'll see why chasing a six-figure salary in an expensive city can quietly keep you broke, even while you look successful. The salary illusion. On paper, this feels obvious. 100K beats 50K. End of story. Except you don't live on your salary. You live on what's left after taxes. Using SmartAsset's 2025 tax calculator, New York, $100,000. Federal tax, about $18,000. NY state tax, about $6,000. NYC city tax, about $3,500. Social Security and Medicare, about $7,650. Take home, about $64,850. Texas, $50,000. Federal tax, about $6,000. State tax, $0. City tax, $0. Social Security and Medicare, about $3,825. Take home, about $40,175. So this isn't 100K versus 50K. It's $64,850 versus $40,175. Still a big gap. Now watch what happens next. Housing, where the gap collapses. Housing is where high salaries quietly die. Not luxury penthouses, just livable, safe one-bedroom apartments. New York City. According to Zillow's January 2025 rental report, median one-bedroom in Manhattan and decent Brooklyn neighborhoods about $3,600 per month. That's $43,200 per year. After rent, the NYC engineer has $21,650 left for the entire year. Austin, Texas. Same Zillow data shows average one-bedroom in a good area about $1,550 per month. That's $18,600 per year. After rent, the Texas engineer has $21,575. Stop for a second. After housing, the person making half the salary is basically in the same financial position, and we haven't touched food, transportation, or utilities yet. The hidden markups of expensive cities. This is where expensive cities win, not with one big cost, but with hundreds of small ones. Groceries. The Council for Community and Economic Research's 2025 Cost of Living Index shows NYC groceries run about 40% above the national average. Monthly spend, about $500. Austin groceries track slightly below national average. Monthly spend, about $310. That's $2,280 per year saved on the same food. Everyday life premium. According to Numbio's 2025 cost of living database, gym membership, NYC about $160 per month versus Austin about $45 per month. Basic haircut, NYC about $75 versus Austin about $32. Meal at an inexpensive restaurant, NYC about $32 versus Austin about $20. Dry cleaning for shirt, NYC about $9 versus Austin about $3.50. Even if you're frugal inside a system that charges more for existing. Transportation. Yes, New York has public transit, and yes, Texas requires a car. New York transportation. The MTA's 2025 Unlimited Metro card costs $135 per month. But realistically, with occasional Ubers, late-night rides, and convenience trips, you're averaging $210 plus per month. Texas car ownership. According to Edmunds' 2025 data and the Zebra's insurance report, used car payment about $265 per month. Insurance about $110 per month. Gas about $130 per month. Total about $505 per month. But here's the difference people miss. Cars have resale value, transit passes disappear forever, and transportation ties directly into time and energy, which we're about to talk about. The real breakpoint, discretionary money. After realistic expenses, New York engineer left with about $4,400 per year. That's $367 per month. Texas engineer left with about $6,800 per year. That's $570 per month. The lower salary wins, not because Texas is cheap, it isn't anymore, but because New York is structurally expensive. The cost nobody calculates: time. Money is replaceable, time isn't. According to the U.S. Census Bureau's 2025 American Community Survey, average commute time, New York City, about 39 minutes one way, which is realistically 45 plus from affordable areas. Austin, about 25 minutes one way. That's roughly 260 extra hours per year returned to the Texas engineer. That's time to rest, time to learn, time to build side income, time to not be exhausted. Time is a force multiplier, and expensive cities steal it quietly. Why this affects wealth? With $367 left a month, you're financially frozen. You can't save meaningfully, take career risks, handle emergencies, build wealth. You look successful, but you're fragile. With $570 a month, you have margin. Margin creates options. Options create wealth. Here's the 10-year projection. New York engineer saves about $4,400 per year. That's $44,000 over 10 years. Still renting, zero equity. Total wealth, $44,000. Texas engineer saves for 3 years, $20,000 down payment. Buys home. Redfin's 2025 data, Austin median $365,000. After 7 years of ownership with the Federal Housing Finance Agency's 2025 appreciation rates, 3.5% to 4%, home equity about $115,000, plus continued savings, about $47,000. Total wealth, $162,000. That's a $118,000 wealth gap. Same starting point, opposite outcomes. When expensive cities actually make sense. Now, important honesty. High-cost cities do make sense if your industry demands proximity. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics 2025 wage data, finance jobs in New York pay 42 to 65% more than other metros. If that $100K becomes $260K in 3 years because of career acceleration, the math changes. Your income trajectory scales fast. Tech ecosystems like San Francisco have produced more unicorns than anywhere else, per PCB Insight's 2025 report. That network access has real dollar value. Or you're intentionally trading money for access or experience. If you're 23, single, and this is a deliberate choice for growth, own it. But if the salary bump is just cosmetic, you're paying a premium to stay stuck. The discipline reality check. Lower costs don't build wealth. Discipline does. Move to a cheaper city and inflate your lifestyle, and nothing changes. The difference must be captured automatically. Savings first, lifestyle second. Research from the University of Chicago's Booth School of Business 2025 shows that people who automate their savings save 2.5 to 3 times more than those who transfer manually. Otherwise, you're just broke with more space. Conclusion. Your salary is potential. Your cost of living is reality. Big gap between them? That's where freedom lives. Choose expensive cities for access, not ego. Choose cheaper cities for leverage, not comfort. Run your own numbers tonight. Use NerdWallet's 2025 cost of living calculator or Numbeo, both free. Plug in your actual salary and the cities you're considering. Don't chase impressive salaries. Chase margin, time, and options. That's how real wealth is built. Drop your experience in the comments. Are you in a high-cost city feeling the squeeze, or did you make the move and never look back? I read every single one. See you in the next video.